Hello, welcome into our On Campus with Game On boys basketball show. I'm your host, Jeff Bideman, and joining me here to talk state championships and Archbishop Wood boys basketball are Renee Washington and Kevin Cooney. All right, former Sixers general manager Sam Hinkie, yes, the author of The Process, once said that progress in sports is very rarely linear. Kev, coming into this season, Archbishop Wood had some goals. They were probably related to the Palestra, getting there for the PCL semifinals, maybe the final. Things they've never done before in the history of the program. Yet here we are, last weekend in March, they won the PCL championship, they won the District 12 championship, and they're 32 minutes away from a state title.
I'm just processing deep thoughts by Sam Hinkie. Yeah, the one thing with Archbishop Wood is, and to give a little perspective here, Wood, everybody's going to view Wood as this Cinderella program because it's come from nowhere in a lot of people's minds to get to a state title game. If you're thinking that, you really haven't been paying attention.
They've been building towards this.
They've been building this under John Moscow.
Right.
Even going back to the Joe Setti era, they were better towards the end of the Setti era. Sean Tate was there as well. But they always had roadblocks of Newman Goretti and Archbishop Carroll when it was the old 3A system.
Right.
They moved the 4A, then you had LaSalle and
Roman.
So,
right.
To say that this is coming out of nowhere is not exactly accurate. Wood has been able to, kind of build this program for a number of years, and now they're going to be able to kind of take it to the next level. And they also do it, Renee, because they have maybe the best player in Eastern Pennsylvania, Colin Gillespie.
Oh, absolutely. And Colin Gillespie is a phenomenal player. But what I've seen from Archbishop Wood in every single one of their games is that they are putting together a full 4 quarters. I mean, other teams, they just cannot keep up with Wood for the entire game. You see Newman Goretti up by as many as 15 points in the Philadelphia Catholic League final. Blew that in the second half. Archbishop Wood came back. You see it against Roman Catholic. You saw it Tuesday night against Abington Heights. Abington Heights was a team that, in my opinion, could have been the team to knock off Wood. I'm going to be honest. I mean, their 7-footer.
They beat Chester before this. So.
Exactly. Their 7-footer really caused a lot of problems for the Vikings in the paint, got Seth Pinckney in foul trouble early, but you saw that depth of Angie Fung comes into the game, scores 11 straight points to close out the first quarter, and
you're getting that kind of production off the bench.
Your sixth man comes straight in, knocks down some big shots to help give them momentum.
But there's also keys when you play in a state title game that you don't necessarily think about, even when you play at a Palestra or something.
Right.
For example, Giant Center is a hockey arena, okay? And you're saying, well, what's the difference? For a team that relies on jump shots, with Gillespie, and they can shoot from the outside, you got to get used to that background in a hurry because the baskets are so, in the middle of nowhere, and the stands don't give you a good shooter's eye. That's going to be a major adjustment for them, I think, in the first half on Saturday night, or on Friday night, rather. If they do that, they should roll in this game against me.
A lot of kids talk about that depth issue when they do go to Hershey and shooting in an arena like that. And
it's a dark background.
Absolutely.
It's a very dark background. The lighting's not made for basketball. It is a problem. We saw it a couple years ago with Aliquippa when they played Comwaugan in the 2A final, and we saw that Aliquippa got off to a slow start because of that.
I mean, I just don't see that. I mean, that is a factor, but one thing I've seen with Archbishop Wood is that they have the ability to adjust. I mean, they have players, with this year's team, they have players that can get to the basket. They can knock down shots from long range. They can knock down the pull-up jumper. And then they have players that can really do well in the paint for them. So they have that good balance of players. I mean, their top 10 players on any given day can step up and score. I mean, Ty Pickron scored 32 points. Matt Cerruti can score 20 points.
Right.
Obviously, Colin Gillespie can score when you need him to, but they have players that can step up in any type of adversity, and I think they're ready for it.
Right. When you have Funk coming in off the bench, you have Pinckney up front. You can play an inside-outside game if they have to do that, whatever the circumstances are there. And maybe it says something, too, that we're grasping a little bit here if we're talking about those kinds of things being issues for them when they go to the Hershey Center.
But to me, Meadville's going to try to take Gillespie away. If Gillespie scores 20 to 25, this game is going to be a rout. If they take Gillespie away, then it's going to be Pinckney, I think, that's going to be the major factor in this game for Wood, and how Meadville matches up against them.
All right, I'm going to put both of you on the spot. Renee, who wins the game?
Oh, no-brainer. Archbishop Wood. I mean, they're just too much for Meadville, in my opinion.
I think Wood gets pushed for a half. Second half pulls away. They win by about 14.
I think that's probably about right. I'm thinking a 15 to 20 point differential on this one.
Tough first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, that'll do it for our boys basketball shows this season. We'd like to thank all of the high schools throughout the year who hosted us. We'd also like to thank our production crew of Renee Washington and Jared Finkel for all the great work they did throughout the entire season. A reminder, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at HS Game On. And make sure to check out our girls basketball show also on Friday. All right, thanks again for watching, and we will see you in April for our spring show.